My brother stole my wife the same week he asked me to co-sign a loan for him. Yeah, that's the kind of family I come from. So, I'm a 32-year-old guy who used to think I was pretty good at reading people. Married for 4 years, solid job, normal life. My younger brother, Jake, 28, has always been the golden child. The kind of guy who fails upward. He burns jobs like candles, crashes on couches like it's a sport, and somehow still walks around talking about legacy and generational wealth. Anyway, one night he shows up at my place looking like a sad puppy, says he's in temporary financial turbulence, his words, not mine, and needs me to co-sign a loan for a car he absolutely does not need. My wife, Mia, jumps in defending him before I can even open my mouth. He's just trying to get back on track, she says. They exchanged this weird look I clocked, but didn't have the mental energy to interpret. I should have trusted my gut. It was right, just not nearly paranoid enough. Over the next few weeks, Mia started acting off, coming home later, laughing at texts, claiming she was connecting with old friends. Funny how those old friends all apparently lived in Jake's neighborhood. Then came the night. The night Jake called me at 1 a.m. saying his car broke down, the same car I refused to co-sign for. He begged me to pick him up. I drove out there half asleep, and guess who I found sitting on the curb next to him, wearing my wife's hoodie? Yep, Mia, looking like she'd been caught stealing candy, not a whole marriage. Jake didn't even pretend to be apologetic. He just shrugged and said, "We didn't mean for you to find out like this." Like, what was the meant version? A PowerPoint? I told them both to get lost. And here's where Karma walked in wearing heels and carrying a baseball bat. Mia moved in with Jake the next day. They thought they were starting their new life, except Jake had lied about pretty much everything. He wasn't between jobs. He'd been fired for stealing equipment. He wasn't saving for a car. He was drowning in credit card debt. And the kicker? He'd been telling their landlord I would be covering rent because family takes care of each other. 2 weeks later, Mia calls me crying because Jake got evicted and changed. Changed? He was always like that. She just never had to deal with him sober. Meanwhile, my parents, who always made excuses for Jake, suddenly changed their whole tune, because now they had to let the two geniuses crash at their place. Apparently, Jake tried to charge groceries to their credit card without asking, and Mia got into a yelling match with my mom about being respected as a guest. As a guest? In my parents' house? After blowing up my marriage like she was doing a creative arts project. Fast forward to last week, Jake tries to guilt trip me into helping family rebuild. He says, "You abandoned us when we needed you the most." Us, like cheating on me together, formed some sort of charity organization. I told him the only thing I'd be co-signing for him now is a restraining order. And here's the satisfying part. Mia finally admitted she made a mistake. Not because she missed me, not because she felt guilt, but because being with Jake is exhausting. Yeah, welcome to the club. Final stinger, Jake texted me yesterday asking if I could spot him $200 until things stabilize. I replied, "Sure, ask your wife."